Listening to the radio and listening to Paul Page call this race on the radio as this telecast is blacked out until later this evening in Indiana. And the crowd now stands and responds for the man who can be called, certainly, one of the two greatest race car drivers ever in terms of his record in the Indianapolis 500. Rutherford next to him. You have to assume they exchanged a wave somewhere. And there's Little Al. Little Al pulls up next to his dad.
He's happy for his father right now, I guarantee you.
Little Al hasn't won yet, but this may not be the last ounce of victory by any means in the Indy 500.
What a terrific story, in so much as on May 3rd, this man didn't even have a ride for the Indianapolis 500. And now Al getting the kiss from his wife. Al, congratulations. 4 times. The Indy 500 is yours. How does it feel, buddy?
I'll tell you what, it's hard to believe. It's something that, you know, you want to dream about. And, you know, it just seems that, you know, it wouldn't come true because of all the problems. And, of course, I still want to say Danny Sullivan, or Danny Angaias, rather, I feel for him because this should be his ride. That's the way it goes.
What were your thoughts, though, when at first it looked like you were going to be a solid third, then it was a solid second, and then all of a sudden, lo and behold, a solid first was within your grasp?
Well, I'll tell you what, Lady Luck has to run in your way sometime, and this is one of them.
Your brother Bobby called the race, and he was just a basket case up there for the last laps. You want to say anything to him?
I'll tell you what, Bobby, I'm a basket case, too.
Says no. 5 laps to go. The backstretch. Another try. Can Allenser Jr. get it done this time? It's a drag race going into 3, and Little Al has the lead. Allenser Jr. picks up the lead. The question now is fuel.
Get the yellow. Help Little Al enough.
Little Al wandered back and forth on the main stretch. Was he trying to pick up a little more fuel? That tank is right down to the bottom now with 4 laps to go.
He's trying to break the slipstream that Emil's trying to use to keep up, Paul.
A.J. Foyt won his first race here. It was A.J.'s first win on pavement. Will Allenser Jr. score his first oval win here today? Inside Little Al. A drag race on the backside again. Slower traffic moves to the right. Can Fittipaldi get past? Little Al brings it down low. They touch. Little Al into the wall. Fittipaldi continues on. Little Al slams the wall as Emerson Fittipaldi screams toward the white flag. The yellow flag comes out. Allenser Jr. taps with Emerson Fittipaldi. They are on the main stretch now, but is Fittipaldi's car fit? Fittipaldi tried it inside the 3rd turn. The white flag is out. 199 laps are complete. The yellow flag flies. Teresa kisses Pat Patrick. Can you imagine the despair that Shelley and Al Unser feel now? Because for the second year in a row, he's okay. Little Al climbs out of his car, walks away from the safety crews. For the second year in a row, the Indianapolis 500 will finish under the yellow flag, but this time it will be a new name. It will be that of two-time world driving champion Emerson Fittipaldi. Former world driving champions winning here. Jimmy Clark, Graham Hill, Mario Andretti, and now the name Fittipaldi will go into the books. What promised to be a close finish ended with a lap and a half to go. Al Unser Jr. stands by the edge of the race course.
What will be his reaction as Emerson comes by? Was he angry? Did he gesture? Went out to signal him.
Little Al stepped out toward the edge of the track. Now the pace car will lead Emerson Fittipaldi, just like it did last year for Rick Mears, toward the checkered flag. The 73rd Indianapolis 500 is rolling to an end, and Emerson Fittipaldi, under the yellow flag, has captured his first 500-mile race victory at Indianapolis. Emerson Fittipaldi wins the great race. And boy, are they happy. No surprise whatsoever. Climbs into the ambulance, but it was obvious he was not hurt in the crash, despite a very hard impact with the wall. The Patrick Racing Team begins now their celebration, and Emerson Fittipaldi waves to the crowd on the backstretch for the first time as the winner of an Indianapolis 500-mile race.
Look at him. Oh, he's really happy, Paul. We didn't get the chance to see exactly what happened. That in-car cam really showed the jolt that Little Al got going into the turn.
Here we go, Bobby Unser, on the backstretch as Little Al and Emo race closely together. One view of the situation.
It just appears that Emo drifted out, got Little Al's left rear with his right front. Little Al couldn't do anything about it. That was very similar to an accident we saw in a stock car race 2 weeks ago.
So Emerson Fittipaldi with an accident here. Let's take a look at it again. Fittipaldi darted away from Little Al, trying to get inside him. The two cars are neck and neck into the corner. Traffic just ahead. They touched wheels. Little Al went sliding into the wall. Fittipaldi was able to maintain control. He pulled a similar feat at Toronto just a couple of years ago. The last lap spin, and was able to continue on. He's done it again this time. It's paid off in an Indianapolis 500-mile race win.
It takes such a small bump to throw a car totally out of control.
We watch Emerson Fittipaldi hold on to the checker, the winner of the Indianapolis 500.
The 1990s saw a changing of the guard. A.J. Foyt retired after a record 35 consecutive starts, but won again at Indy, this time as an owner. His driver, Kenny Breck, raced to victory after Robbie Gordon ran out of fuel with less than 2 laps to go. The hard-luck Andretti family, still chasing an elusive second Indy crown, became the first to start 4 family members in one race. Patriarch Mario Andretti raced at the Brickyard for the final time, 25 years after his first and only Indy victory. Indy's most dominant family celebrated once again when Al Unser Jr. won the closest race in 500 history. Indy's first second-generation winner, Little Al, added another title in this decade, giving the Unser family an unparalleled 9th victory. In '91, Rick Mears earned his place in the record books, becoming Indy's 3rd 4-time winner.
The green flag is back out. And Rick Mears comes around John Andretti. He's no factor whatsoever, but Michael is right there with him. Michael moving to the outside. Can he keep in the high groove? He did it at Phoenix. Can he do it here? Michael Andretti takes